Hey, what is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports. Here with me, I am Kaja, and if you're new to my channel, I welcome you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're not new, you've been here, you've been rocking out with me, football, basketball, both. I very much appreciate your support. You guys, we got to go back to football for a little bit. I know we talked about Shador, but we got an update in the Steelers Nation, Cowboys Nation, you guys. George Pickens, we spoke about him during the season, about his attitude. As talented as he is, we were talking about whether or not the Steelers should, decide to keep him, or should they part ways with him? And they have decided to part ways. I guess maybe whatever was happening behind closed doors, Mike Tomlin said, look, I can't do this anymore. We had one too many conversations, and it's just enough is enough. So they have sent him to Dallas, and they are in turn getting a draft pick for 2026. You guys, look, I'm going to start with the Dallas Cowboys side of it, right? Can I just start by saying I am so glad that this is strictly about football. We're not talking about Jerry Jones and his antics. We're talking about them getting ready for the upcoming season and to do some great things, or put themselves or put the team in position at the very least to do some great things, to win some games and hopefully get past, the first round of the playoffs. But it's neither here nor there. I love the fact that you have CD and you have George Pickens. This could be the duo that we never knew that we needed, that we're going to be like, man, like this right here was a wonderful idea. I'm glad that this happened to George, because I said George like I know him, right? I'm glad this happened to George Pickens, because I feel like sometimes, when we're younger and we have like a little attitudes and whatnot, when people tend to keep putting up with it, we don't really see anything wrong with it because we're so used to everybody just tolerating it. But I think Mike Tomlin did it as long as he could, and then he said, okay, I can't do it anymore. We got DK Metcalf, and they'll always tolerate you until they can replace you. They got DK Metcalf, and they said, okay, we're just going to rock out with him. They paid him all that money, I think $130 million to be exact, and they're going to rock out with him. And then, of course, George Pickens is there. This is a great landing spot, I think, for him. This is the biggest franchise in NFL. $10 billion, net worth, maybe more now. And to be there with the spotlight on him, because we're always going to talk about the Cowboys, win, lose, anything in between. So it's a good place. It's a good place to start a new chapter, if you will. And hopefully, just hopefully, he will walk into that spotlight and let it be strictly, let the work speak for itself, because he is super talented. He really, really is. I just hope that, in Pittsburgh, it was pretty much him as, the number one, like the main option, right? That Russ had, and they had a great chemistry. I like, what I saw from them. But in Dallas, obviously, Dak and CD have built that chemistry. They have that camaraderie already. So you're walking into a situation where it's not just about you anymore. Like CD's there and he's going to be the first man up, you know what I mean? And if he's not open, then George Pickens, or maybe vice versa. But I hope that doesn't get the best of him, like he doesn't get temperamental and get an attitude and then stop playing and not doing what he needs to do for the team to be successful. But this is a really good place for him, really, really and truly. I'm excited. I'm finally excited to see something with the Cowboys, you guys. And side note, when is Jerry Jones going to pay Micah Parsons? Like, what are you waiting for? Like, the number is going to go up and up and up. Like, you might as well just pay that man now and move on if you're going to keep him. And if not, let him go someplace else, because I'm sure that Dan Quinn would love to have him with him in Washington with those Commanders. Now, on the Pittsburgh side of it, I don't know what the heck they're doing, you guys. I really and truly, it seems like, if I had to guess, I don't have any inside information, but if I had to guess, it seems like they are setting up for next season. Like, they didn't really get, a quarterback. They have Mason Rudolph or Skylar Thompson, and then they got, I think, Will Howard, or, these are not top picks. You know what I mean? Mason Rudolph, they say he's a nice guy in the locker room. They know him, or whatever have you. And they've done okay with him in the past. But I think at this point, Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat. I don't know how many more seasons he can keep going with, just winning, 10 games, getting into the playoffs, but not winning all these years. It's been a long time since they have actually won a playoff game. And I think right now they haven't done anything to put themselves in position as of today to win a playoff game. And if I'm ownership, I might love you. Like, I respect you as a man, what you do, how you cultivate, a locker room, how you lead men, but I'm paying you to lead us to a Super Bowl, lead us to some playoff wins. Like, I'm not just paying you all this money for it to just be a first round exit every single season. Like, that's not going to work. And it's been happening for how many years now? And I'm being nice because I like Mike Tomlin. But I don't know if they'll wait on Aaron Rodgers, and I wouldn't wait on Aaron Rodgers. If I'm Aaron Rodgers at this point, do I really even want to go to the Steelers? Because I only have DK Metcalf. You still need to do some other things with that O-line. Like, they've made some moves, Darius Slay. Like, they've done some good things, but there's still a lot more to go. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm trying to go someplace where I can actually contend right now for a Super Bowl. If I don't know if there's still a possibility that he can maybe go to Minnesota, maybe hell, even the Cleveland Browns, because they have a whole bunch of QBs, so they don't really have anybody like that they know for sure, that they set their heart on. They got 5 QBs, so why not have Aaron Rodgers there in number 6? You know what I mean? But for the Steelers, I'm like, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm 41, going to turn 42. I'm not trying to go someplace while you're trying to figure out what you want to do. I think he has too much pride and ego for that. From what I'm seeing from him, I don't know him. That's just what I gather from watching him in interviews, listening to him speak. He's at the ending part of his career. I think any place he goes now, after like the last 2 seasons, how it did not go well at all, he really needs to go someplace where I feel like would want to end his career on a high. And I don't know if going to the Steelers would end it on a high. Especially because, you want to contend for a Super Bowl. He's 4-time MVP. Like, he's not someone who is just playing at this point to play. He's only playing to win. Like, him and LeBron are only playing to win more rings at this point. Like, nobody's playing just for the sake of playing just because I want to play. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're going to do. If they're trying to rebuild, then I guess this is great, but you don't pay DK Metcalf $130 million just to rebuild. You have, TJ Watt, you have, Cam Hayward, who's older, he's on the ending part of his career, that they want to compete to win. So it's like, if you're not going to put yourself and the team in a position to win right now, then I'm requesting a trade. I mean, if I'm TJ, I'm requesting a trade. If I'm Cam, let me get up out of here, because I'm getting older. Like, you're wasting all my good years. And you know how the NFL is. Like, like, they'll keep you right now, like when you're playing like at the highest of highs, but you waste all your good years with the team. And then when you get older or you start getting injured, they're done with you. Like, nobody really cares about how great you've been to our organization. Like, it's a young man's game. So, look, I don't know what the Steelers are doing, but I really hope that they figure something out rather sooner than later. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, you only really have like one choice, because unless you're gonna swallow your pride and call Kevin O'Connell and say, "Hey, look, I know you got JJ, but he's a rookie, he hasn't played yet, he's unproven. Let me come in, let me Minnesota has a ready now team. JJ, I mean, they have weapons, they have a great defense, like, they are ready now to contend. So JJ, I don't know if you want to, I mean, he has to learn, obviously. Like, you don't draft him in the first round and have him sitting for 3 or 4 years. I get that. But I think it would be great to learn from someone like Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? And this would be a great chance for Aaron to prove that he still can end his career on the high. I'm sure the way he would like to. But if he can't, go there, then maybe just retire or take some time off. I don't know. But I'm not going to just go anywhere. And then, my legacy takes even another hit. But anywho, what do you guys think about this whole George Pickens, trade to the Cowboys? How do you feel this is going to work out with him and CD? Are you excited like myself? And when it comes to the Steelers, what do you think their next move should be? And do you expect them to surprise us, should I say, and perhaps get, Aaron Rodgers, or get some more pieces into that O-line, and Mason Rudolph perhaps would lead them to their first playoff win. Who knows, right? Keep the faith. I look forward to reading you guys' comments, and of course, I will see you in the next video.